Every time you look at this engine, you're looking at me. Every time you touch it, it's me.
I'm outraged by this. How dare you use me like this?
Hey, it's Janelle Waz, and why is Geordi so creepy with women? I mean, a chief engineer of the flagship of the Federation who's smart, confident, and not bad looking? He's got a lot going for him, even if he does sleep in his uniform. But when he actually talks to a woman...
Your hair, different from your Starfleet record.
Why would you need to see my personnel files?
Like, how? How is he this creepy? I get making him a little awkward in an adorkable kind of way. Man, I really hate that word. But it seems like the writers really dropped the ball by making Geordi this inept with the ladies. I mean, when even Wesley is roasting you...
At least I don't have to find my women on the holodeck.
Even Data had more girlfriends than Geordi ever did. Alright, we have Bachelor number 2. Because we all know Riker's Bachelor number 1. Chief of Engineer Geordi LaForge. He likes long walks around the warp core, yelling at old people, doing fantastic feats, soft jazz, and romantic picnics on the beach with women clearly not having a good time. Now don't get me wrong, I do like Geordi. No, not like that. I mean as a friend. He's a very likable character. He carries himself off well. And who hasn't tried to wear a headband as a visor? It's a very distinct look. But his romances? Well, let's look at the damage report, shall we?
Since when did you become an expert on women? What did you say? You heard me.
Unlucky lady number 1, Christy.
Another Coco no-no?
No thanks, I think I've had enough already.
One of the civilian residents of the Enterprise, Christy's main role on board the ship is for Geordi to creep on her during a date. Red alert!
Geordi.
But okay, Geordi took Christy on a date, it's a romantic moonlit beach picnic in the holodeck, the violinist is playing the Hungarian dances by, oh you're kidding me, Brahms? Talk about foreshadowing the rest of the episode, am I right? But it's pretty clear that Christy isn't having a good time. Coco no-no? Oh hell no. Silences? Uncomfortable. Her face? Looking like she's wondering if it's too soon to call the holodeck arch. And Geordi slowly inching towards her. She's even aggressively trying not to make eye contact, even with the visor as a buffer. But then, Christy hits Geordi with the one thing every guy wants to hear from a woman he's into.
I just don't feel that way about you.
So why'd you agree to go on a romantic moonlit picnic on the beach, Christy? I mean, unless Geordi sprung that on you out of the blue. Which he could very well have. We do see him dress up a romantic dinner as a business meeting later on. But this is a more intimate setting than, let's say, mini golfing or even a movie. I'm just saying there's a limited number of ways to interpret a moonlit picnic on the beach. But then Geordi doesn't take the rejection all that well.
It's been a lovely program and...
Yeah. Knock it off.
Geordi, are you trying to phaser yourself in the foot for a second chance? Don't burn your bridges, man!
Why can't I make anything work with a woman like Christy?
Have you tried having a little more grace?
I don't have grace. I don't want grace. I don't even say grace, okay?
So Christy rejected Geordi all the way into the arms of a hologram of one of the designers of the Enterprise's warp engine. But don't worry, it was totally a professional collaboration.
It was a professional collaboration.
The real Leah Brahms had no idea what was coming. Heck, putting the moves on a hologram when the entire ship is about to die from radiation poisoning? Picard didn't even know what was coming.
And this is the only way.
I think so, sir.
We're doomed. Okay, so Geordi was clearly trying too hard with Christy, but here, you could argue that he really wasn't trying to impress Holo Leia. He just happened to fall in love with her while working through a life or death situation. Or that was just the computer generating her with the hots for Geordi. But only after he told it to give Holo Leia a personality.
Great. Another woman who won't get personal with me on the holodeck.
That doesn't make you sound any less creepy, Geordi!
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Geordi and Christy are in 10 forward at the same time. Well, clearly Geordi needs some extra help because, well, look what he did on his own.
I've been tutoring him.
Oh yeah, Worf, the guy who can't keep a love interest alive to save his life.
You must let her see the fire in your eyes.
even approaches him and tries to make small talk for him to absolutely screw it up.
How are things down in engineering?
They've been fine.
I have much to teach you about women.
No, it takes a glowy man wearing a jumpsuit that's 2 sizes too small who can perform small miracles for Geordi and Christy to have a little makeout session, the turbo lift.
Damn.
And then we never see Christy again.
I think I've had enough already.
But screw Christy, unlucky lady number 2 is showing up, the real Leah Brahms. Well, things went pretty well with the hologram, so it's time to put on the old Geordi charm, man.
So you're the one who's fouled up my engine designs.
Wanna bet you wanted to use a more colorful metaphor?
Are you sure it isn't time for a colorful metaphor?
Yeah, Geordi was expecting the real Leah to be as receptive to him as the hologram who gave him back rubs when they were all about to die. Instead, she wants nothing to do with him. Which is entirely fair. You don't have to like every chief engineer you have to work with. But then, things get kinda creepy.
This modification was due to be introduced
In the next class starship.
How did you know that? This modification will be integrated into the next class starship.
I make a great fungili.
Wait till I make you my fungili. I love fungili.
Is that right? Your hair, it's different.
You seem to know things about me.
Hey Leia, how about coming to my quarters for dinner so we can sort our agenda out for the next few days? To some dim lighting, jazz, and your favorite food.
Maybe a little soft jazz.
Yeah, nothing says professional collaboration like hot date dressed up as a business meeting. No wonder she's uncomfortable. I'm starting to wonder if he really did spring that moonlit beach date on Christy. And again, like with Christy, part of Geordi's problem is that he tries way too hard. I mean, he just met this woman, and she doesn't even like him.
I'm married.
And there it is. Geordi, you had absolutely no chance with this woman. Although part of me has to wonder if she made up a husband, so Geordi would leave her alone.
There is an incoming message on subspace for Dr. Brahms.
Wanna bet that's really her brother calling? Alright, Geordi's just been rejected after trying to hit on a woman who was only on the Enterprise for business, was tricked into a hot date in his quarters, and is married. Surely he'll handle this with grace. Nope, he goes to Guinan crying about how she's not friendly, only cares about her work, she hates everything he did to her engines, and she's married.
Now, she's probably done the most horrific thing one person can do to another. Not live up to your expectations.
Bingo. Look, my beef with Geordi isn't that he's disappointed. Being rejected in love is tough, and being disappointed is natural and to be expected. It's how he acts when the women he likes doesn't live up to his expectations, and that's severely unattractive. Stuff like how he changes his tone when Christy rejects him, or pointing out all of Leia's flaws. Mainly that she's not her hologram. I get the writer showing that Geordi is human with flaws, but this crosses a line and just makes him look like a massive jerk. And it's only going to get worse from here.
I swear.
I'm outraged by this.
And what does Geordi do when Leah finds out his dirty little holo secret? Why, blame her, of course.
I'm guilty of a terrible crime, Doctor. I offered you friendship.
No, Geordi. You creeped on her, tricked her into a borderline hot date, and then got mad when you found out that she was married. If that's your idea of friendship, Data should be a little worried.
Should I pursue a relationship with Lieutenant Desora?
Ask somebody else for advice.
Wait, you're literally laughing at all this by the end of the episode?
I wouldn't change a thing, except for the way I behaved.
No, you had every right to be angry. And somehow they ended up married in an alternate timeline. Either that or Geordi has a thing for women named Leah.
My wife is quite a gardener. I picked up a little bit of it.
How is Leah?
But before that future, there's unlucky lady number 3, Aquiel Uhnari. Okay, yes, Geordi had a reason to read through her logs and correspondence. She was nowhere to be found, and the presumption was that she was murdered. They were trying to find out anything about the situation. But Geordi gets a little too into it, and Riker picked up on it.
I've been up all night watching her personal logs. I guess I'm starting to feel like I know her.
What was she like?
And does she have a sister? As a matter of fact, she does, and she sends her videos of her wearing terrifying wigs.
What do you think?
Definitely not you.
But okay, so getting emotionally involved in the person you're investigating, that's not the weirdest trope to come out of TV. Or even in Star Trek. But Aquiel is alive, Geordi starts to befriend her, and then he drops that he knows all about her.
My family lived in the same house for 5 generations.
The one on the hill.
How do you know about that?
Have you learned nothing from the incident with Leah, Geordi?
Why would you need to see my personnel files?
And sure, Aquiel's a little creeped out by this, but that doesn't turn her off from some sexy crystal time with Geordi.
We use something called the Kanar to help focus our thoughts.
Kanar. Never could develop a taste for it.
Heck, the way she was behaving suspiciously throughout the entire episode, I could have bought that she was using Geordi to get away with murder. But no, she was just very, very lonely on that relay station for far too long.
I've been stuck on that station for over 9 months. Wouldn't mind going someplace with some activity.
Now, I do feel bad for coming down so hard on Geordi. In fact, I even debated doing this video because I was coming down so hard on him. But when a character I like acts like this, it really irritates me on a whole other level. In fact, we've seen Geordi interact with women much more naturally and normally. Look at Sonia Gomez. She was a little awkward and new to the ship, and he showed her around. It was completely normal. They had a natural chemistry that I think could have blossomed into a relationship. And then she accidentally spilled hot chocolate on Picard.
Oh, I wasn't looking. It's all over you.
Heck, season 1 teased something between Geordi and Tasha Yar, and he never acted this weird in front of her. Well, except the time he was space drunk. The point is, he can talk to women, so it's so weird seeing him being this inept. I get being nervous playing a role, but it's still pretty jarring. So was there anything the writers could have done to combat this? Could Geordi have the struggles of a guy in love without sacrificing his confidence and likability? Sure. I think the best setup for him would have been the slow burn. Have him strike up a friendship with a lady in engineering, develop a rapport, maybe have him seek advice about, I want to ask her out, but I don't want to risk the friendship, something like that. Heck, we've seen something similar work for Odo in DS9. Introverted guy falls in love with a good friend and doesn't know how to approach the subject. But as it is, we see Geordi trying too hard and or creeping on an unsuspecting lady's Facebook page, getting rejected, and then acting like a sore loser. It's definitely another side of the character, but it's an ugly side.
No, there's no side.
There is a side. An ugly side.
No ugly side.
Well, that's about all I have about Geordi and his love life, but what about you? What do you think about how TNG handled Geordi's romances? Did they do a good job, or did the writing leave much to be desired? How could it have been improved? Do you think I was too harsh on him? And what are some of the other romantic misadventures of Star Trek you'd like to see me talk about? Please, leave comments below and discuss. As always, thanks for tuning in to another Star Trek video. If you like what you see, why not give my video a like and subscribe to my channel? Tell your friends! Until next time...
I've been tutoring him. He learns very quickly.